What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, I'm little. Hey, good people. Welcome. You know what today is? Get it off our chest Thursday. We might talk about anything. But first, before we talk about anything, I want to say the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Well, you know what? I'm your host today. We got each other's back. Sometimes we get caught up in business and the other person got to step in. Well, I'm stepping in them big old shoes today that my brother wears. But you know what? We always have a good conversation and we always thank you guys for tuning in and supporting us. Hey, Felice, thank you for joining us. Always there for us. I want to thank you all for getting us past 1,000 shows. I didn't say 100. I said 1,000 shows. And you know what? My big brother got something planned and it's going to be nice. So when he tell me, I tell you. All right. Let's bring on my other big brother here because he got my back too. Hey, Mo.
he done jumped up off and just left us hanging. That's okay. We can kill it. We always do.
You know what? I don't know why he do that to me because he never know what I'm gonna say. He never know what I'm gonna say, so I don't know why he put me in charge.
He put you in a big chair. I got a big chair too. See?
Yeah, I see your big chair. Your chair bigger than mine. Yeah. But you know what? We always have a wonderful time on Thursday because we get it off our chest. We talk about any and everything, and then. Halfway through the show, we bring on our CEO nuggets. I love our CEO nuggets. It's never a Thursday that you don't walk away with something. You're going to walk away with something. I'm telling you, you really need to have a pen and some paper when you come on Thursdays because I guarantee you it's something that you want to continue to think about, something you want to continue to have in your treasure chest. Am I right, Mo?
That's right, sis. I mean, right. The thing about her is that she's giving it here freely. I mean, all she do is log on and, like you said, get a pen and a piece of paper, sit there and write the little nuggets down. Take what you gonna take. You don't leave it. I mean, but the advice is something. It's good news that you can use, like my brother used to say. It's all good stuff. You can use it. So,
yes.
If you don't need it, then call somebody up and say, "Hey, check out Dope Living TV tonight." You know, you might get something. That you need on your financial side or just encouragement. I mean, we ain't on this planet alone. And sometimes we need each other. Believe it or not.
That's right.
We need each other.
We do. So, we absolutely do.
And that's what, I mean, she's good for that kind of support as well. I mean, Rachel's our sister. She got them nuggets.
But you know what? It's not watered down.
No.
She talks about being the CEO of your life. And if that means a business, it doesn't necessarily mean a business. We're talking about your life, being in control of your life, knowing how to manage your life. It's difficult. Even if you don't have a business, it's difficult managing through life every single day and staying on top.
Yeah.
And that's what she helped you to do. But I want to give out bit of a nuggets before
Okay. Well,
break.
serve them up then.
This is something that I learned and I want to share it. If you are a resident, a homeowner in Indiana, and your home is worth $275,000 or more, initially, if you were a senior, 65 and older, if you were a senior, you were not able to file the senior deduction. They had a limit amount on the value of your home. So if your home was worth $275,000 or more, it didn't matter how old you were, you could not.
So they capped it off at its original value.
Say that again, Mo.
They capped it on the original value.
Yes.
So if you paid 45 grand for it, that's going to be your cap. You can't write off no more than, you can't write off part of that 275.
No. You can't file at all if your home is worth 275 or more. You can't get a deduction, a senior deduction at all. In the past, they just passed a new legislation that removed that. So no matter what the value of your house is, it could be $550,000. You can now claim the senior deduction.
Man.
So if you weren't able to claim it in the past because your house, the value of your home was 275 or higher, my mother fell in that category. My mother has never been able to get. My mother is 80 years old, and she has never been able to get the senior deduction because her home is worth more than $275,000. But now she can because they removed that cap. So if you are a senior, 65 and older, and you have a home that you were not able to get the senior deduction in the past because of the value of your home was $275,000 or higher, you can now file for that deduction. I'm telling you, go down to Lake County, get it done. You will have your mortgage payment to go down because your property taxes will decrease. Right. And I think they give you maybe 50% for that senior deduction.
Oh, so if you're paying $4 grand a year, you're only paying $2,000.
Exactly.
Damn.
And I was so happy to hear that because, like I said, my mom built her home 20 years ago, and she has never been able to get the senior deduction because of the value of her home.
So within basically just taking folks' taxes.
Yeah, my mother pays a lot. She pays a lot in taxes on her home. And so when I found that out, I was like, man, this is a blessing. It's truly something that she can use because I don't know why they had a cap. You know, it's crazy that they had a cap on the value of your home.
It's one of those little things that they try to do in Indiana to stifle growth, especially being predominantly Black neighborhoods. They would do this. So first of all, they tax you really high. I mean, one of the reasons why I left is because you got an excise tax on vehicles and all, and the kids got to pay a book rental to go to school. You know, all that stuff was unnecessary, and it was just to hurt folk that was broke. You know what I mean? It didn't make no sense. You know, it was a tax. How come I can go to another state and not have a state income tax and not have to pay for my kids to go to school? You know what I mean? I can go to other states and I don't have to worry about this stuff. So it was just this. It seemed like they could milk as much money out of people that they possibly could at the time. You know, you had folks working in the mills. They was making good money, but just because I'm making good money, I don't want to pay it all in taxes. And then you don't want to give me the services. You know, my dad and them had houses there. They didn't want to keep up with the sewer and the garbage and all that other stuff they're supposed to keep up with, what we're paying our taxes for, police, all that stuff, you know. And Daddy he used to stay upset about that. You know, you're paying all these taxes and your services ain't being kept up. But but I understand all that's changing very slowly, but it's changed a lot from what I understand.
It is changing, and I'm feeling it's just me. I'm feeling that eventually Indiana is going to be a no state tax, just like Nevada. There's no state taxes in Nevada.
See, I'm staying in both Tennessee and Texas, and that's the reason why. No state income tax.
So I'm especially, and if you notice, a lot of those no income tax state tax are a lot of times are states where there's a lot of casinos where the casinos are, because the casinos pick up a lot of that
revenue.
And so they removed the state taxes because of it. And so I'm really feeling like eventually Indiana may be a state that has no state taxes, which would be great.
Well, that would be awesome. But again, you think about the minority population from, Northwest Indiana all the way down to Middle Indiana. It's pretty thick as far as the minority population is concerned. And I'm not just talking about black folks, it's black and brown folks all the way up and down that 65 corridor. So, and then you have the rural areas out there where, where it is, it's kind of sparse for the, with us. So, I think the only way that's going to fly, because what didn't make no sense to me, Gina, is they put 11 miles, you give me 11 miles of windmills there and still got NIPSCO killing y'all up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. It's so funny because, I just came back from Kentucky, and anytime you go in southern Indiana, going through there, by the time you get halfway from Gary to Indianapolis, I always say we're halfway to our point, because when you get to those windmills, you're halfway to Indianapolis from Gary. Right. And so I always use that as my buffer. But I'm looking at it's so many windmills out there.
And
it's just ridiculous. Paid. I mean, I didn't know it was 11 miles, but I can see that it's probably 11 miles. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
11 miles of
that's
windmills.
funny because you did that when you came here, didn't you? You had to go past you're almost to Gary when you see those windmills.
We went to Chicago, and then on the way back, I was gonna count. I said, "You know what? This time we're gonna count, see how many miles." And because you can see them as far, as far as you can see them on either side, and it's flat right there. And the farmers getting paid out the butt. And then they turn around and plant stuff under the bottom of it.
Man, it has to be at least 1,000 windmills out there.
I bet you probably is. And then you got the people. And then you got the people that got the job to keep them going. You know what I'm saying? You keep the guys to keep the maintenance.
But you're right. NIPSCO here is kicking our butt. I mean, oh my God.
My mama was paying more electricity and water and gas.
See my neck itching. My neck started to itch. You talking about NIPSCO bills? My neck itching. I thank God for my husband because I don't pay those bills. Robert paid those bills. I love him.
He the one cussing.
He don't even tell me how much the bill is. He handles all of that. Yeah. He just pay it. But I my sister and I, we help my mom with her bills, and her bill, and we have that plan where you pay so much a month, it never changes. The budget bill. Yeah. Well, her budget went from $300 a month to $560 on the budget.
So what's going to be on without the budget? It'd been like 1,000.
Yeah. And I was like, this is really ridiculous. Like, and NIPSCO is asking for another rate hike. And I'm like, my gosh, when are they going to put a stop to this?
Well,
it's ridiculous. And you're talking about a senior citizen paying $560 a month, summer, winter, and fall.
It's
ridiculous.
I don't have no gas bill while I'm saying it. Everything's electric. So in the summertime is when I get kicked in the butt hard. And my gas bill, I have gas here, but only time I use gas is in the wintertime when my furnace. But everything else is electric, water heater and all that stuff.
Well, I do not like the electric stoves.
We got
not like them at all.
The cooktop, little flat cooktops. I mean, I didn't like those old coil stoves. No,
they don't cook evenly to me.
Yeah, and they start fire. So you get the ones with the the new confection stuff that you just set the pot on in the poof.
Oh yeah, I know the ones you're talking about.
Induction. That's how you do that. You get away from the gas, and you don't have to worry about keeping it on that long. Make it warm up, and it's cool to the touch in seconds. So
I may have to convert because this gas is really, really through the roof. It's so ridiculous. People can't live like this. People just can't live like this.
You got a natural gas hill on the west side of GI. That dump They probably got more natural gas up under than all of that stuff over in East Chicago, and they won't convert it. They can have their own energy sitting right there for years.
You know, they closed it.
I know it's closed, but it's covered. It's a big mountain, right?
Yes, it's like a big.
But
Yeah, you're right.
like they kept it in East Chicago. It stinks, but they can convert it into energy, into electrical energy.
And you wonder why wouldn't they?
Because it stinks. I mean, it used to stink before they started trying to convert it. It used to stink bad when I was there. You come on them some of them days.
It's not as bad as it used to be. I guess that's why, I don't know. They're not doing anything over there. But yeah, you come down Bird Street and you be like, ugh, it smells terrible over here. And I know the people who live in the concourse across the street had to get a whiff of that on a daily.
They was getting it, wasn't it?
Man.
But yeah, I used to think, I said, man, there's so many different opportunities to make GI green. I mean, especially during that downturn where they was tearing these houses down by the blocks. There was so many opportunities to solar up. But again, they were charging the people so much on solar. I found out, you try to put a solar grid on your personal property there. That was $75,000. And at that time, that's more than the house. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So
yeah, I don't even think it's worth it anymore. They cut out a lot of those benefits and that you were getting going solar. So I don't even know if it's worth it anymore. You used to get those cuts if you bought solar. Yeah, but I don't know if it's worth it now.
The sale back here is crazy. You got people, selling it back, and they still get an electric bill, but it's less to sell back. So and they're trying to get us on it because we're sitting in the perfect east-west, where our house is sitting and it rises in the east, and we get sunlight all day. 95% is what they say. So I mean, if I wanted to do it, if I wanted to put that $80,000 out, no, I ain't doing that.
It's a lot.
Because this is what I figure. Okay, you're getting $80,000 for it. By the time it's paid for and you get the benefits, you'll be an old dusty man. You know what I mean? And you're gonna die off, and then
you don't even get to enjoy the benefits. Why is it so expensive?
Yeah, that's too crazy.
Why is it so expensive? Why is solar so expensive?
I could not tell you. I think the backup system, it's better actually to just go ahead and buy your big generator and put it on the side of your house. Generator.
That's what Robert did, and he's waiting. He has someone scheduled to come put you have to have a specific outlet on your house.
Yeah.
So we don't have that. So he has somebody coming out to put that outlet, but he went and got a generator, and I was like, how much was it? Take it back.
Yeah. You spend some money, but it'll run the whole house.
Yeah,
house.
But you have to have that plug though. You have to have that special plug on your house. Soon as that electricity go out, it kicks right in.
Yep. And
I can hear my neighbors. My neighbors have them because every time the electricity goes out, I can hear their generators going.
So the Generac, I thought the Generac was pretty quiet. Generac style.
Not the ones they got. Not the one Robert got either. It's pretty loud too.
Unless you got a whole house, to take over the whole daggone house, because even
that's exactly what they do. They take over. It lights up the whole house. It lights up the whole house. But again, you have to have that special plug in order for it to kick in, and it throws electricity through the whole house. I mean, we will be sitting here in the dark while my neighbors, even their porch light is on. And you can hear that generator going.
You burning natural gas? It's a gas generator?
No, you plug it into that outlet.
Really?
Now the one Robert has, it does both. You can run it by gas, but then we can only plug a certain amount of things in it. Like he'll plug the refrigerator and other lights and things like that. But if you have it, the one he has, you can also plug it into that outlet in the house to light up the house, but we just don't have that outlet on the house. Once we get that outlet, we'll never be in the dark again.
Well, see, I thought about doing the batteries that Musk had. He had the powerhouses, but I think I pulled back on it. I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm not even gonna
What's
think
up?
about
What's up? There's our brother. There's our big brother.
Yeah, man, that's
What's up?
how I used to look. That's how I
That's how you
used to
used to
look.
look.
Yeah, I'm better now. How y'all doing? How's
Okay.
everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing.
Good. What's
We're
going on,
doing
man?
great. You know what day it is. Get it off your chest Thursday. We liable
Man,
to
let me
talk
get.
about anything.
Well, you know what? Let me get this off my chest. And this is something that's been on my chest. It's been on my chest before. It's on my chest again. Ladies, please. I know it's hot outside sometimes, and I know it's you already know where I'm going, Gina. And I know it's you
Go ahead,
ladies,
man.
please either comb or wash the bra straps, okay? Because I am so sick of seeing the beady balls on these bra straps. All right. And it wouldn't be so bad, but y'all got the beady balls and they white bra straps. Come on, please help me out with this, okay?
Well, I've given tips on what they should do and where.
Thank you,
Don't
but
buy
now
those little
listen.
cheap bras, man. You can't
Thank
do
you.
that. They
Oh,
gonna
go
one
get them
wash
bra-
and they no good.
Go
Get
get
you
some
why
a
don't
lint
they
shaver.
good bra.
Yeah,
Victoria's
Victor-
Secret is the one I use. And do
Victoria's
not
Secret.
put them in the dryer. One, do not wash them with your bath towels. Don't wash them with your towels. That's where you get the lint from.
Gina,
And do not dry them in your dryer.
it is OCD with me, okay? I'll be ready to
I'm trying to help y'all here because I'm sure there's other men that feel the same way.
Thank
but I'm
you.
trying to help y'all here.
Bruh.
Ladies, who want a new bra? Let's go. Meet me at Victoria's Secretions. Huh?
Victoria's Secrets. Bruh.
I don't know what you're
What's
talking about.
that?
Victoria's Secrets is
You need to
always
walk around
packed.
with one of those lint shavers. The little razors. You seen
Dude,
that?
I'm gonna have to.
You can't get them off of those. You can't use that on that.
Wow.
Mo, that's for lint, like on your sweater. You can get no.
Hey,
These
Mo,
little
that's
balls
gonna
that come off the string on the strap.
that's
You
gonna tear
use that on there. You might as well throw that away. Throw
that's
that
gonna
bra
tear the
away. It
bra
ain't
up.
be no good.
That's gonna tear the bra up. And it's gonna,
I'm telling them what to
Be
do.
still,
Don't
baby. Be
buy
still.
that cheap stuff.
it's
Don't go to Walmart.
it's gonna
Don't
make
even
the
go
boobie
to
come
TJ
out.
Maxx. Don't go there. Those are one and done. If you go there, that's one and done.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing about it on get it off your chest because y'all had a great conversation about that y'all talking about. But I'm like, I saw this, man, and I said, man, you know what? Maybe they don't understand because I know we got a lot of people to watch this show, and maybe they didn't listen to you, Gina. Maybe they didn't hear you properly, okay? But understand, bras ain't supposed to be having no damn beady balls on them, okay? For real, that to me it just it makes it look like you're nasty, okay? Especially when the beady balls are black and you got a white bra on. It's taking all the atmosphere out of the air and all of the dirt and everything landed right on that beady ball. And I'm like, come on now.
I got to ask this question.
Yeah,
How'd
man.
you get traumatized about beady balls on the what traumatized
He is
you on
traumatized, isn't he?
I am, but I don't know where it came from.
It don't matter to me. Guess what? It's going away.
Yeah, but
it's gonna be on you.
Okay, if the beady ball wasn't discolored, maybe it would be cool. But no, man, that tell me that damn girl, wash up, wash your shoulder at least. Come on, do something. I'm traumatized. I'm sorry, OCD on that, man. OCD on that.
Yeah,
I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, but before we get to Rachel, man, y'all got to understand that 5 years running. 5 years running, the Distinguished Authors Guild has been doing their thing, man. Okay, and it gets bigger. That's what I said. Hold on.
Okay.
And the 60th year is coming up. Can I finish? I said 5 year running. The 6th year is coming up, and it is going to be bigger and better than the previous years. We have to make sure. Look, y'all. Again, I challenge you all. Get online. Put on there authors award show or whatever.
Distinguished
Do
Authors
that.
Guild. That's right.
No. I don't want them to do Distinguished Authors Guild. I want them to find another one and see if they see one. Okay,
Oh,
because
okay.
you may see one or two, maybe, okay, but they are not. And we never pat ourselves on the back like that. We don't never brag about stuff like that. But you're not gonna find another one like this, okay? She's not bragging on her on her brand. I'm bragging on it. You ain't gonna find another one like this, guys. All right. This is a place where the authors can come together. They can share ideas. They can learn from one another. Gina's a seasoned author. They're learning from her as well. Okay. And you guys, it's just a lot of love. Okay. And help. And it's supposed to be an award show, but it winds up being a networking opportunity. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, y'all got to come through, man. Gina, you got 5 minutes, please.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, tune in next week. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, starting next week, we will have the nominees on here, so you get to meet them firsthand, face to face. Tuesday and Wednesday, the 5th, the 6th, again on the 12th and the 13th, the 19th, not the 20th. I'll be out of town, but the 26th and the 27th. We will have all the nominees on here. You get to ask them whatever questions you like. You get to hear their backstories. You get to hear what inspired them to write their books. You really get to, you know what? Have you ever went to a concert? You listen to this artist CD and their music for years, but when you go to that concert and actually see them on concert, you get a whole different whole level of respect for them, because now you get to see them up close and personal. It's different. Same thing here. When you get to know these authors, you're going to want to read their books. You're going to want to buy their books because they're going to share their stories. Some of them are heartbreaking, some of them are uplifting, some of them are motivational. But I guarantee you, once you meet them and get to hear their stories and why they wrote their books, what inspired them, you are definitely going to want to know who they really are. So join us starting next week, every Tuesday and Wednesday.
Let me say this too, okay? You really, it's to talk about it is one thing, but to be there is quite another. All right, we have look, these authors toil writing these books. Okay, if toil is the word that I can use there, but they do this writing these books. Okay, but when they go there, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Mo, you was at one, okay, but Gina, we done did these 4-5 years together. As soon as their name is called, the tears start flowing. I'm telling you, I've even heard somebody be like, "Oh, geez!" I heard somebody even yell out because, but for them, am I lying, Gina?
No, you're not.
Vegas.
I mean, it's so emotional. It's so emotional. You don't understand. If you've never been a writer, you don't understand the hard work you put into it. All you see is the finished product. You see that book on the shelf or on Amazon or wherever you see it, you buy it and you say, "Oh, that was a great book," but you don't know the behind the scenes. I could tell you my story. I wrote 5 books. My first 3 books, my late husband was the one pushing me to write every day. He would say to me every evening, "Did you write anything in your book?" He pushed me, and then he passed away when I had 3 books written. I couldn't write anymore. I could not write anymore. The inspiration was gone. He was my best friend. We had been together for 17 years. And then all of a sudden he's gone. So I didn't have the inspiration to pick those books back up. But then I met Robert, and he picked up where I left off, and he motivated me. And I finished the last 2 books. So I put all 5 of my books out. After they were written. I put them out one by one, but I didn't put anything out until they were all 5 written. That was my goal, to write my 5 books first before I did anything else, so that I wouldn't be on this time frame. You got to have this done by this time. I didn't want to be
stressed.
I didn't want to be stressed. So I wrote all 5 of my books before I even looked for an illustrator, before I even looked for a publisher. They were all 5. And guess what? When I found my publisher, guess what she told me? You need to go back and add some more to those books. I sat there for 2 weeks. I started to not to do it. I was like, it took me 5 years to do this. And she telling me to go back to the beginning. I was struggling with that. I was struggling. And I went on and did it. I went on and did
Who
it.
does this think she is? Who she think she talking to?
But you just don't understand the struggles that a writer goes through in the process of getting a book out there. There's a lot of things that happen in their lives. There's a lot of things that happen. We had an author who her book was about her son that was innocent and shot 7 times and paralyzed from the waist down. I can't even imagine writing a book like that about
Come
my
on, Jenny,
child.
don't forget about the one that went to prison and came out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, did all those years and he was found innocent.
Yeah.
Got exonerated.
Yes.
This guy came to the award show in a tuxedo, black. I remember he came in tuxedo and he won. This man had been through jail. This dude cried. This man cried, okay? And there's a lady,
Vegas, right?
Yeah, and there was a lady. There was a lady. Matter of fact, she's been on the show. What's the name? With her and her wife. Her wife has a charcuterie.
Oh my gosh!
I know. We need to be shot. We need to be shot. But anyway, they came down to Vegas. They came down to Vegas, man.
Yeah.
She won, man. Now this woman she's been everywhere promoting her book, and the reaction she got there was the most genuine reaction. She's been on television doing it, but she cried. She cried because she won in a group of her peers, and that's the most important thing. Your peers, and your peers are there celebrating you.
You're gonna make me cry in a minute.
I'm just saying, Gina. I was thinking about this, and we got to get Rachel on here. I was thinking about this the other day. It's like my sister has done a great thing, and see, there's a thing, and I'm gonna leave it alone after that. There's a thing where people don't understand. I was talking to Jamie McGrone the other day. Know your worth and know your value. You don't know your value because a lot of people. I mean, you're doing so much work.
Lisa Bennett. I knew her name was gonna come.
Lisa Bennett. Yeah.
Lisa Bennett.
And she started
church. You do so
much
much work, and you don't understand. You never understand how valuable what you do and what it means to other people. Know your value, everybody. All right. And if you know your value, the better your work is going to come out. Okay. And the more satisfying it's going to be when you know your worth. All right. Having said that, I'm so proud of my sister. I'm proud of you too, Mo. But this is every year, and like I said, we got to get it to a point where it runs itself, as opposed to her running it all the time. Okay, so let's get it in, man. This lady here, man, she. What can we say about her? She ain't cried yet, but she going to that distinguished
authors
guild this year. She gonna cry this year.
Yes, she's an grand ambassador.
Yeah. She gonna cry this. We're gonna make her cry this year. If she wins, we're gonna man, look, we're gonna make she cry this year. Okay? Anyway, before she wins, she every single week, man. Every single week she throwing out these CEO nuggets. Everybody say, what's up to Rachel Gary.
What's up?
Hello, inductees. How we doing? How we doing there?
They got me here about to drop tears, girl. You know how hard it is to make me cry.
That's hard.
Very. Oh, you have a bad connection, Rachel.
Never happening again.
Rachel, we didn't sit here. Nothing you just said.
So what I said. Let's rewind. What I said, inductees, was that you guys gotta pause it when Gina cried because she'll go take a picture, frame it because it's never happening again.
That's right.
You know it. Next time.
You know it. It's not gonna happen again.
He rolling.
Man,
I don't know. He got a bad connection.
I
So just
you
leave him
okay?
in that corner. Leave him in that dark hole right there.
All right. Oh, now you gone.
So what's going on in
Y'all done dropped him off the radar. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me cut my air horn in here because it's hot in this house right now. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Man, them nuggets gonna be them nuggets. She's still what they do to turn the nugget into gold. You gotta heat it up, don't you? You gotta heat it up to turn the nugget into a diamond.
Hey, that's the whole purpose. It's the whole purpose of us having this wonderful conversation every Thursday, taking the world's coal and turning it into diamonds so we can digest it and make it bling. That's what we do right here on Thursdays.
Go ahead.
That's right. Come on.
So how's you been treating you guys?
Oh man, busy. I'm gonna tell you, I went to the Ark and oh my goodness. If you and you know what everybody says on their bucket list, get it off your bucket list and go. It is so amazing.
Your pictures made it look amazing. Your mom looked genuinely surprised. So
she was. So
I guess that whoever thought they had spoiled the surprise, she looked genuinely surprised. Like she was happy that she was there. She looked so overjoyed when you guys saw that video.
Yes,
and that's what it's about.
Terrell said it's 103 degrees, and is it 103 in Texas?
Oh my God! The weather in Chicago. We were at 110, 115 all last week.
Now let me ask you a question.
It cooled down here in Gary though. We were 73 today.
Let me ask you a question. If they say it feels like 105, isn't that 105 degrees? I just asked it.
That's the same thing what I said about the wind chill, Mo. I said, I don't want to hear what the air temperature is. The second you tell me that with the wind gust, it's 70, it's 40 degrees more, that's the temperature outside if I go out there.
Right.
That's what it feels like. That's what it is, damn it. You know?
That's what it is, right? When you step out there, you feel that.
That's right. So, I mean, you don't feel the temperature. You feel the temperature plus the heat index. That's what you feel when you walk out your door.
That's right. All that humidity.
Forget that. All that matters like. Really. So tell us, Rachel, what is it that we should be doing to elevate ourselves because of, and I'm talking in the sense of economics, because prices are higher. It costs more to go to the grocery store. Gas is higher. NIPSCO is higher. What should we do as business owners to stay grounded?
Oh, that was a powerful question. And I want to start by saying, acknowledging that the first thing is acknowledging that that's what's happening and start setting your business up for the inflation. I mean, it doesn't matter what business we're in. We need to make sure that we are. So if we're doing anything with merchandising, we have to now start finding other sources. And you hate to hear what I'm going to say next about raising prices, but usually if something costs you more, it must cost other people more. It just is the truth. You can find more sustainable ways in your business, like you were talking about, what Mo was talking about, that Gary actually has fuel underneath that old landfill. The same thing in some on the south side of Chicago. There's fuel there. A lot of it costs money to turn that into energy, and someone has to invest in those things. But there are certain things within your business you can start looking at things to eliminate waste. That's the first thing you do when you have a business and you notice that things are costing more. You start looking at your business and actually start eliminating things that you don't need to do any longer, things that you're doing because they are just part of a routine. You start reevaluating your business first and getting clear. So there's a possibility of you cutting costs, and as you cut those costs, you can keep your prices of your product the same. And it does not affect your consumer. However, it's about taking that time and first analyzing your business and seeing what you can do to make it where it's more cost effective for you and still make it where it still is user friendly for your consumers.
Well, let me ask you this, and
All right,
this
so
is
Rachel,
this is the part that kind of grinds my brain sometimes. I think about what they're talking about on tariffs. I mean, is it pennies to us versus, like the Japanese currency versus the American currency, and then you think, oh, they go charge us 15% more. But how much is it really on our bottom line? Is the question. And then have you did your due diligence and did what you need to do to make sure you had that rainy day fund back in the day, so when it starts raining, you got yourself covered on your business. I think, and as far as the other comment you was making about the methane gas and investment, the thing about that is they invest in gas every day when they do fracking. It's where it's at, Rachel. That's what it's got to, where it's located. If they want to invest in their community, that's what it boils down to. Anytime they can go over all west, whatever, and piss off all those people over there, and they got fire coming out of their daggone water pipes because they fracking over there, they could do it anyway.
Yeah, but I think that this is the thing, Mo. It goes to the statement of who wants to do it and who's going to put the money to do it, and us as a community, really, and this is where.
Okay.
This is the part that people you don't want to hear, but I'm always always going to be honest with what we need to do, what we can do as a community. If in our backyard we have a way to save fuel, buy the land. First, build the economics to have the land, because a lot of things that we're looking for the government. I want to say this, and I'm gonna make it quick because I don't want to get into politics. But I say this: we always are looking to the government or looking to the people that we say are oppressing us to help us. If we start looking at our economics and start actually building our economics, then and utilizing our economics for our communities to grow, then we would have sustainable things in our community. We're looking for the same government. I got to say it this way so as we talk about it, we're understanding the same government that you say does not respect you. Right. You're looking to that same entity to bring stability to your neighborhood. When you think of it in that perspective, doesn't it make you think that if I can't count on them for stability, if I don't believe what they're saying right now, how do I believe that they're going to help my community that they care less about? I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying that we have to start building our resources and getting together. And because I want to say it this way: how do people buy 100-unit buildings? They get a group of people together and buy those buildings. Right. And normally it is not one investor. 20 times, I mean, we're going to say 9 out of 10 is not one person who bought those buildings. It's a co-op or a syndicate. A syndicate is just a group of individuals who pull their money together, and one person is the head of that syndicate, and they file all the paperwork with the FCC. Guys,
sound like a gang to me.
But that's what the word itself is derived from the gang. Yeah, that's right. But the whole purpose is a group of individuals who have a common goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So if we're as a group of individuals have a common goal that we want sustainable living in our community, we can set a committee, get a 401c, get some investors in our community, and start making it happen. It sounds simple. It is. Stop the conversations about what we want and start the conversations about what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm. So Rachel, let me ask you this: when people get to a certain point, wouldn't it make sense to do a risk assessment on why things are happening adverse to the way that you think they should go?
So, I mean, I think that you could spend a lot of time determining why other people are doing the things that they're doing, as opposed to spending the time of figuring out what mindset is needed for us to do what we think we want to get done.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, that's my honest opinion, because I'm a firm believer in coming up with a solution and not talking about the problem. I mean, and not making the problem my forefront. I mean, so the problem exists. If I continue talking about the problem every other day, how do I come up with a solution to that problem? So if I know there's a problem, let's talk about the steps, the solutions, and get some people involved who have that knowledge.
That's right. That's correct.
So you're saying get a collective, get a syndicate, as you call it, but
that's what it's called. That's what it's called.
No, I'm not saying it in a bad way.
That's what they call it.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying, I'm just using your term. We get a syndicate together, and we, instead of talking about what went wrong, let's get together and talk about what we can do to make it right. Correct?
Absolutely.
It's so crazy because I just had a conversation. I just had a conversation with my family, as we just had our family reunion 2 weeks ago, and a few of us got on the phone, and a lot went wrong. But we didn't talk about what went wrong. We actually came up with a plan on moving forward to get things back on track and make it better. We didn't talk about what went wrong because you can't change the past. So you have to go in and you can't change the past. So you have to look forward. I used to tell my children when they were growing up, never look behind because you're going to walk into a wall. Always look ahead.
I like that.
That is something I told my children growing up all the time. Because you know, and so we didn't talk about what went wrong at the reunion. We got together and we came up with some things. We're going to meet on the 13th, and we're going to talk about the things that we're going to do differently and how we're going to get, you know, we're not going to have those same mistakes again.
That's what you're supposed to do. I mean,
I like what Terrell just put up.
Go ahead.
Up there, because
Pan-African economics.
So there actually is an organization that is working between African America and all surrounding, well, across the globe, that works together and it's supposed to be building economics. It's found that there's several people in Africa, several people in America that are working on that together. I see a lot of good things that come from it, but I don't see the unity that is going to be necessary for it to blossom. I know Dr. Umar Johnson is part of it. There's a couple other organizations that I know that are part of it. I pay close attention to things because there's a certain program that I want to make sure that I work with in the Chicagoland, Gary, Indiana area, where they're speaking about putting together a lunch program for the kids. I think that is a need as of now. Kids, I mean, a friend of mine was just had a conversation about the kids. It was like, do you remember when your classmates didn't have something and you gave them something at lunch? But if you think about that right now on a grander scale, there's a lot of kids that go to school and that is their first and only meal. Yeah. And so that's very troubling for me right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to work with an organization where I donate $1 from every one of my books to that foundation.
I think
we're on the same page. I do the same with Alpha's Adventures. I donate to an organization called HUMS, and they work with foster kids coming out of foster care. You know, when they turn 18, they're on their own. And so they work with the foster kids turning 18, coming out of foster care and getting them set up in adulthood. And so every book that I sell, $1 goes to that organization off the top. Yeah.
So how would you go about supercharging that? You know, making those funds available.
Hey. No, I was going to say charity starts at home, but go ahead.
No,
but I mean, this is at home because that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, because right now I just remember being the kid who didn't have a meal, and that was where I got my first meal of the day. And that hits home for me because if it wasn't for school free lunch, I might not have eaten that day. And so having that less than nutritious, because the food has stopped being nutritious a while back. There were things that they were doing to it that wasn't making it as good, but we're not going that far right now. We're just getting to the point of getting food in people's mouths who actually will need that meal to be able to survive. So right now, I'm working with an organization, BRC. I want to donate $1 for every book that's sold. From now until forever, until we can at least bring a free lunch program, lunches to schools, people having to eat. Those are things that are important to me. People have a place to live and places to eat. That's on top priorities on my list.
Let's see here. They supply 2 meals a day, breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, we got breakfast and lunch as well. But I always just remember lunch because I would be getting my sister and brother ready, and then we would always miss breakfast.
Oh, okay.
So okay. I look forward to the lunch because they were playing in the mornings. I mean, we were all kids. We were all kids being kids, and we barely made breakfast, but we always made lunch. So it was a meal that we took that gave us nutrient for the next day. So we appreciated that, and I know I appreciated it. Yeah. So
but then aren't they cutting those programs?
Well,
aren't they cutting those programs?
Yeah,
they are.
The cool thing about it is that they're doing that, and again, this comes from us not knowing our history. If you knew our history, you wouldn't be doing this stupid stuff. They wouldn't be doing it. But if you create this kind of I'm gonna say chasm in nutrition, this is gonna be a freaking disaster. It's gonna be a disaster. But it seems like it's being purposely done. Problem is, we're not the only one affected this time around. That's the problem. That's going to be the problem, rather. We're not going to be the only ones affected.
But right now, I hear that, Mo. I mean, I think that before, just as you said, there's a lot of poor people across all economics, all backgrounds, and there are a lot more. And I say this to just be funny, not to be funny, but to be honest. There are a lot of Black people who currently are living well above poverty level. The levels of poverty in the Black community are not as big as they used to be.
That's the truth.
With that being said, there's a lot less of our children in the school system who are looking for that meal. Yeah. There's still some, and I want to make sure those kids get a meal, but there is just not as many as it used to be.
Right, and like you said, it don't necessarily have to be Black folk, just poor folk. Folks that just can't do right now.
Correct.
It's not permanent, and with that explanation, me and Marianne have always been that right there. This is only temporary, baby. This is not permanent. So don't treat this as it forever. This is not it forever. This is only a stopgap. So the next step, when it's time to take the next step, you got enough strength to take it. And Absolutely. That's what me and Marianne do.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's
like
I just think that thing. Rachel, it's
what'd you say, Greg?
No, I was just gonna say, but go ahead. Finish what you're gonna say, Rachel.
No, I was just talking about the program. No, I was trying to hear what you were saying.
Both of you have a lag. And that's why you keep bumping heads. You both have a lag on both your ends.
Okay, Rachel. Okay.
I was waiting for Greg. Go ahead.
Bro.
He's probably frozen, so.
Go ahead, bro.
No, I ain't frozen. I'm sorry. I'm going through a zone here, so I apologize. I don't know what was said because I didn't hear nothing, but what I was going to say was, because we're at 7:53, Rachel, we got to get this last big nugget out, okay? Because this is what we do here on the show, man. We love the fact that, because I learned some things tonight, but I love the fact that, and this is why Jen and I started doing this, is because we want people to tell their stories. We want to know where you came from to get to where you got, where you are now. We want to know because it encourages other people to do the same thing. It can be done because someone has done it. I don't care where you started in life. It's where you finish in life that makes the difference, okay? So, Rachel, we got to get the finger pointers. I can't point the fingers today, okay? But we need them finger pointers and that hand exercise today, all right? So let's get it.
Okay. So I will say this, guys. At the end of the day, to make sure that you can get past this storm and of things that are going on right now, just as a business owner, look at your business, assess how your business is running, and find the leanest way for it to run. Um, Find other avenues to get your products. If there's a tariff involved, understand how that tariff actually affects you. Do not allow the scare tactics of their tariffs to now start where you are panicking. You want to always be clear on what's going on. Look at what your products and where you purchase them from, and how you repackage them for your customer. If that is a actual physical product or if it is an actual service, either way, take a firm grip of what your business is offering and learn how to be lean with it. And doing that allows you to be empowered so you can grow your business. Economic times, there people win in hardships and economic times when they are clear in what they're doing to be successful. And until next time, CEOs, when I'm right here on Dope Living TV for the Thursday CEO Nuggets with the National Radio Black Hall of Fame inductees, I want you guys to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You. CEOs. I got one last thing I want to say. If you want to contribute to helping me get books in the hands of individuals who are looking for success, I have a link for anybody who wants to be an affiliate. You get paid for every book that you sell, as well as allows me to assist BRC with providing those free lunches in the community. You want to make a difference? Be the change you want to see in the world.
Exactly. Know what you got, bro?
Oh, just like Sis said. I mean, if you want to see the change, you got to be the change. You got to make a change first. A lot of what she's saying is so true for as far. If you got to test your business out, if you got to do a test, I mean, that's what I meant to say, to make sure your business can get through stuff like this, and then look at the tariffs the way they actually are. I mean, 25% tariffs can only probably mean it might even be 2.5 cents. You don't know. It depends on the merchandise and what are they basing it on? Are they basing it on the US dollar, or are they basing it on the yen, or peso? You don't know. So don't just, when they say 25, 100% tariffs, don't just take it at face value, because you don't know which way that's going to go. Of course, it's going to be something that you're going to have to pass down to your customers. But if it's $1 or 15 cents, it ain't going to kill you. And that could be a 50% tariff. You don't know. It might be their budget. Again, you got to find out which way those tariffs are going to affect you. If it's their money, then it's usually a lot less than what you think it is. Like, take the peso versus the dollar, the big difference. Big difference. Same thing with the yen, dollar, Deutsch, all those currencies. So wherever it's coming from, it depends on the tariff. Sometimes it could be double, and it won't be that much. Take a look at what you're paying now versus what you're going to be paying in the future business, and actually make a decision.
Okay. Nuggets, Gina.
I ain't gonna lie, them tariffs kicked our butt. But we had to move differently. I mean, they have. So, but we have a business where we sell just about everything, and so some products we had to not restock because the tariffs were too high. I was trying to buy a remote for a ceiling fan. The doggone ceiling fan cost me $60, and they wanted to charge me $30 for the remote because it was coming from overseas. Guess what? I don't have a remote for that fan, y'all, at all. But we had to move differently with R&D discount distributors because we were buying products overseas, and the tariffs did hit us really hard. So there are two things we're doing differently. Prior to the tariffs, we were shipping our products online. People could buy them online, and we were shipping them everywhere. Wherever you were, we would ship our products. Well, not only did the tariffs hit, but I don't know if you know, but the postage went up too.
Yep.
And so that became it became a burden. So now what we're doing is we're trying to get people to buy locally, and we deliver the products to them so that we don't have to mail them, especially the larger products. we're also doing the marketplace where we're selling on site. We have our products right there on site, right. And we don't have to spend money on gas or postage. So when Rachel say, you know, you have to reevaluate, that's exactly what we did. We had to reevaluate and do things differently. Yeah, those tariffs are high for us. I mean, they might not hit other people that like, you know, out the box like it did us, but I'm telling you, they hit us hard. And so we had to move in a different direction. And that's, you know, it's paying off for us the way we pivoted and changed the way we were doing.
14 karat gold toilet seat to do it every time.
Hey man, let me say this real quick. I was talking, I think it was last weekend with a group of people, and they were asking me what are my keys to success. I said, I don't know. I started doing what I know that I could do, that I felt I did better than anyone else, and I did it. All right. And I encourage them to, you know, and I asked the question, what do you do, or what do you feel that you do that's better than anyone else? Somebody said, man, I could juggle 3 balls real good and do some tricks with it. I said, are you making money at it? They said, nah, man, I just do that as a hobby. I'm like, you know, that's great, but I encourage anyone, you know, I say that to say I encourage anyone, think of what you do that you know that you're great at, all right? And try, you know, see, put it out there. I mean, nothing beats what did Dante say? Nothing beats a try, but
nothing beats a failure but a try.
Yeah,
nothing beats a failure for us.
I love that saying.
I love that saying. Man. Do your thing. Look, I had real quick. I started singing. Had a contract with Atlantic Records. Okay, that lasted a week. All right. After that happened.
Dang. You were that bad?
No, it was that they wanted somebody with name recognition. I mean, my song was getting played, but you know, after this group came out with name recognition, they said, "Hey, Greg, thank you, but no thanks." Okay,
I remember you telling
I came back
that.
and I said, "You know what? Yeah." I came back and I said, you know what? I want to be Don Cornelius, so I'm gonna start me on a dance show. Okay, I had the curls, it was right. Okay, I had all suits. Okay, and it was doing great, but I didn't know what I was doing. But I knew I could talk to people. I knew I could move people with the conversation. So then, after that happened, because somebody tried to take that from me, but the thing that one person told me was to make sure everything is copywritten, trademarked in your name, and I did that, and they couldn't take it. All right. Then I got the music video show, and from that music video show, I'm telling you, the rest is history. I understood my purpose. I understood my plan. People don't, and I was telling Gina this earlier, okay? Distinguished Authors Guild is so huge, but she don't know how huge it is, okay? Do not undervalue yourself. Know your worth, people. Know your worth, okay? And when you know your worth, you're good.
You know their work is big,
you are
though.
good. You are good, okay? Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Bobby, you know, we love you. We can't wait to see you at the Distinguished Authors Guild. Steve, man, that's my guy. Can't wait to see you guys at the Distinguished Authors Guild Award Show. We're going to be there. All of us. Everybody you see right here going to be there, all right? Rachel going to cry that night. She crying that night, boy. Rachel, I'm going to step on your foot real hard. You're going to cry. Something's going to happen.
That's all right. My sons will be there, so I will have my bodyguards around.
That sound like a promise. That sound like a promise, G. That's a promise.
I'm telling you, it is so wonderful to see the authors.
And bring Jordan too, because then Jordan will be my sixth bodyguard.
she right. Hey, she ain't lying about that. Jordan love her some Rachel. Jordan loves her some Rachel. Definitely. But yeah, well, that's all. Well, you were saying something, Gina?
No, I was just adding on to what Rachel said. It is so awesome to see the support that the authors get.
Yeah.
When they come to the Distinguished Authors Guild, the family support, the friends support. It is so awesome to see that, and I think it's heartfelt to them as well.
Gina, I might have to get on stage and say a couple of words too this year, man. You gotta let me say something. I gotta say something, okay? You know how I do. I mean, I can clown, but I can get real serious. I can get real serious too. I won't do the clown, but I can do some real serious stuff too, man. Shout out to Zena Calais too, man. One of the best poets ever out there. Okay, erotic poetry. Handle your business, girl. Yes. Anyway, man, thank you, Rachel, for coming through. It never fails. Okay, we leave on the Thursday, last show of the week for us with a great feeling and with great knowledge. All right, we're getting them nuggets. Okay, we're getting full. Okay, we're gonna have to start exercising. We gotta make sure we don't put that. We got the nuggets. We don't want to make sure that we get overweight with that. All right, but maybe we should get overweight with it. Maybe we should. Let's get fat over these EO nuggets.
I want your wallet to get overweight. That's the reason for the nuggets.
Yeah, from poverty to
I like that. Overweight.
Hey, Rachel, we're not talking about FAT. We talk about PHAT.
Right.
Pretty hot and tempting.
Right.
Hey, that's a good idea. When hey Gina, when Rachel comes through the door, we're gonna play the overweight knowledge in the house. Overweight knowledge in the house.
No, we not. I'm gonna have to get on the side with the security.
No, I mean it in a good. Rachel, you know what I meant, right? I meant it in a good way.
I know what you meant, but I had to take a moment of zen for you.
A moment of
but
zen.
No, hey, we gotta have that moment of zen. It keeps us cleansed, keeps our minds focused. So I'm up to meditate 3 times a day about it.
That's all good, but we can't wait to see you guys there at the Distinguished Authors Guild. But we're giving you a preview every Tuesday and Wednesday now because they're going to be here. Before we go, Gina mentioned one day, she said, well, one day I'm not going to be there. So that means that they can't come with us, Gina? We can't talk to them?
Yeah, you can talk to them.
But you got to be there. You got to be there. She got to be. Did you hear that, Mo? I picked up on it.
She is the Distinguished Authors Guild.
Yeah,
we're gonna give her full props. She is Distinguished Authors Guild. She must be there.
I'm gonna feel left out though.
Like, man, come on. Like we felt you last week, even though you wasn't there. Okay, me and Mo and Steve took it to another level. We knew, but they can come on, Gina. If you're not here, we got you.
Okay.
We got you. But
I think they all already been set up for the whole month.
Got you. Okay. Anyway,
bless you.
Thank you, Rachel. Again, Rachel, always a pleasure, man. We get fed. We appreciate you for coming through and hanging out with us every Thursday.
I appreciate the opportunity to always have opportunity to come on Dope Living TV and talk to the most amazing group of individuals that I have the honor to be not only just speak to online, speak to offline, and have a circle of people who are moving and who are about growth. Love it every week.
All day, every day, man. It's Dope Living TV Live. We will see you guys next week, all right? Have a great one. Peace.